go out there on the streets to the women in Newark, and speaking is not really my thing. My best work is done on the streets with the women that are in Newark and where I was born and raised. And, I'm just honored to be here tonight, and I want to thank the coalition, all the survivors here, law enforcement, and I just want to say that as a survivor, it's not easy doing the work that we do, but I'm grateful because, when I first learned about sexual exploitation when I was 3 years old, and I was kidnapped and abducted and raped, and I'm thankful for law enforcement because it happened really fast, and I was found within the first 20 minutes of my abduction. And they say that statistically that if you don't find the victim within an hour, your chances get less and less as time goes on. So I'm thankful for the people that rescued me. And I was in the children's hospital for 1 month after that, and that just began my nightmare of a lifetime of childhood of continual sexual exploitation and sexual abuse. And, growing up was a nightmare. And I thought, this must be all I was made for. And I remember looking up at the sky and asking God, what am I here for? Is this all that, that I'm meant to be and meant to do, and to be used and abused? And, the work that we do today with Tamar's Hope is really a gift from God to me because as a survivor, I'm able to go out there, and when I see the women on the street, I see me, and I see what God rescued me from. And, all glory goes to Him because I know that if it wasn't for Him, like I said, I would not be standing here today. And I'm truly grateful for this award and this acknowledgement. Thank you, and God bless you.
Hi. Hello. I just wanted to ask you to introduce yourself for everyone.
Hi, what they call me Sky.
Hi,
and
Sky.
I'm 36 years old.
Hi, Sky. And I just want to make sure, that it's okay for, me to post this on social media just to let people know what it's like out here. And is that okay with you? Okay. So, Sky, let me ask you, how did you get out here on the streets?
Well, I got involved with some girl who I fell in love with. And I never did drugs before, so I got with her. She introduced me to the heroin and cocaine. And I became a victim of domestic violence. And, she used to beat on me basically every day. I lost my home and my children because of her. So, that's how I was on the streets.
How long have you been out here?
Out here now, 3.5, 4 years.
And what's it like out living on the street?
It's horrible. It's stressful, depressing. It's complicated. You don't know what's gonna happen next, or you don't know when you're gonna have your last meal, your last shower, or the next place you're gonna sleep.
Where do you stay? It's getting pretty cold out here now with the weather changing and the fall and the winter coming.
Yes, it is.
How do you make it through when it's cold and during the winter?
I dealt with it last year, through the whole winter. Like, I always stay in, like, an abandoned building, or I'll have the guys that I trip off with, basically prostitute with, they'll get me a hotel room, or the money I make, I'll get myself a room. And if not, I'll just walk the streets all night.
Wow.
And there's some days I go without sleeping.
You do?
Days.
Wow. And when you were saying when you have a trick, when you turn your trick, when you stay in they buy you a hotel room you could stay at and like shower and everything and sleep.
Yes. And sometimes you have some guys where they won't get the room, but if they decide to get the room, they do extra stuff just to get the room. Like pretty much Show yourself a little more. Belittle yourself even though I'm doing it now.
What's that?
Like basically like belittle yourself even though I'm doing it now. Like lower my standards. All you gotta do is even lower.
So, let me ask you when history so that we can come out here and give the ladies gift bags and tracts and waters and then clothes and everything. What's your biggest need out here? What's the biggest need for the ladies and for you?
Well, my biggest need basically, because I'm out here. So if they're gonna help any other females out there, I would say basically my biggest need is actually a place to stay.
So like somewhere to go, like a
Somewhere
housing.
to go, where I can shower, eat, relax, not be stressed, not be depressed. You know, basically where I can feel like I'm safe.
Like a safe house?
Exactly.
Like support, like
Like a support system. Exactly.
system. Do you have any family or friends or anybody that can?
I have no family. My mom been dead 22 years. My dad is in my life. My grandparents are dead. So basically I'm by
You're
myself.
alone?
Alone. And it sucks. It hurts. As good as I'm alone, I feel like I have nothing to lose.
You have what?
I have nothing to lose. Like, I don't have anything, so I think I kind of got used to being in the street, which is not.
The other ladies to try to, you know, get off the streets and, you know, get their life back on track. So let me ask you, do you have any questions for me?
Basically, no, not really, because since you guys been coming out here, you pretty much have been actually helping the ladies, including me, so I'm very thankful for that.
Okay. And so for me to hear the different things that are coming out, I just know how I felt as a survivor going through my process, and I definitely have empathy for people, whether this is true or false or not, right? Like I said, you know, this is, I say that, you know, whether he's guilty or he's not guilty, the bottom line is that the damage has already been done, and there are people out there that either are victims, or if they have been victims, there can be triggers, there can be re-traumatizations that are surfacing, and it just really is, it's a Pandora's box of sensitive and delicate issues at hand. And so one of the things I want to touch on in this video is what had just recently come out with a lot of the you know, back and forth with just hearing, you know, about talking about it or not talking about it, and letting the process play out, letting due process happen. I kind of feel like that is, you know, like it's kind of too late for that. Like that, the cat is out of the bag, so to speak, and you know, the thing is already taken on a life of its own. But the fact is that there's still survivors out there, there's still victims out there that need help, and that can possibly really start to spiral out of control and, you know, walk away from the faith, you know, walk away from, you know, just relationships and trusting people and being vulnerable and being transparent and, you know, just having that fellowship with other like-minded Christians, believers, you know, friends. And so that is not the case, and that is not true. So I just want to put it out there that whoever's watching this video, you know, on whatever side you stand on, be very careful when, you know, whether you're a pastor, whether you're a leader, whether you're just an observer of everything that's going on, or you've been affected in one way or another negatively with this situation, just to be very mindful to have empathy for those who have gone through something like this and who've lived through it and have experienced it, to not, say that, this is not something we could talk about, or this is not something we can post videos on, or we could share our thoughts on social media with, because honestly, in this day and age, that is really the main line of communication, is through social media. So, and it's very therapeutic for people to, at times, I'm not talking about people that are coming out here and just